Hey y'all, so before I get this video started, let me give a quick shout out. These were the first 3 comments in my last video. If you want to be featured in my next video, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and come show me some love when I drop a new video. What's up, you guys? It's KeAmber Vaughn, aka CoachKe, coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, it's time for me to do my first bi-weekly paycheck to paycheck budget for the October budget. These videos are going to come a little bit out of order because the next video will be the September budget results, and then the following video will be my October sinking fund update. So it's a little bit out of order, but so getting into this paycheck to paycheck budget, the income, I have 2 different paychecks. If you guys are new to my channel, I went on an international trip from September 17th through the 21st. My job requires us to quarantine for 2 full weeks after we come back. Mine had to be a little bit longer. I'll tell you guys about that in the future. But because of that, the normal 50 hours that I typically work, I only work part-time. I work that on top of my normal hours. So when I got my paycheck in September, both of my paychecks were in excess of what it normally was. And that's because of the extra hours. So I knew my paychecks were going to be short in October. So from that first paycheck, I had an additional, in September, I had an additional $437.45. So I went ahead and I pulled that out of my savings account that it's been sitting in since I got paid that. And then my actual paycheck, which was for 1 week of work, I think, yeah, 1 week of work, was $623.16. So let's go ahead and add this up to see what the total income is. And that's going to be $1060.61. And this is what we're going off of here. So this is the monthly paycheck to paycheck overview that I did in my October budget with me. That was the last video. It'll come across the screen at some point. So I did earn at least this amount. And for this week, the only thing we have coming out is the budget of $407.50. You only see it half twice because I used to be so used to splitting my weeks of my budget every week of the budget instead of bi-weekly, but now I do bi-weekly. So that was just an error. And then I have rent that I need to put out to the side. I'm a month ahead, so I like to continue to just save $150 every 2 weeks, and then that way when it's time for me to pay on the first, the $300 is already in there, and I'm always a month ahead. And then I do have TubeBuddy coming out for $182.40. It actually was supposed to come out October 4th, which was part of my September budget, but they had an old card, and I was just like, you know what, let's just go ahead and put it in the next budget. So that's what I did. So I'm gonna go ahead and write in the $1060.61. So it's a little bit more than what I thought I was gonna get paid. So let's go ahead and go here. So $1060.61. Oh, I wanted to thank, let me see what her name is. Whole Healing Tarot. I deleted your comment from my last video, but I wanted to thank you for letting me know that that was in my video and I needed to remove it. And I've done the safety measures to make sure that's not used anywhere else, which typically I don't use it anywhere else anyway. So thank you for that. Okay, so first things first, when I do my budgets, I go ahead and I write out all of my fixed expenses first. We do the due date, the amounts, and I promise you guys I'm going to be catching up on my comments in the next few days. So first we have rent. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in today. And that is for $150. I'm going to try to do all permanent. These are the Parku 07 pins. They come in this little packet like that. Hopefully I don't make any mistakes. Okay, next is TubeBuddy. That's going to be on 10/7. And let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to do a video on how I actually like reconcile all of my different accounts when I'm like ending my budget at the end of every month. I actually kind of do it at the end of every paycheck, but especially at the end of every month. Let me know if you guys want me to do that, because I have to reconcile my expense tracker. I have to reconcile what my actual bank account is, reconcile the credit card, and then I have to make sure that it all matches up to what, like when I do my projected and actual at the end of the paycheck to paycheck budget, I have to make sure everything works out, and sometimes it doesn't, and I have to figure out why. So let me know if you guys want me to do that. So we have rent, TubeBuddy, and then I always do an unbudgeted category for just in case. And I usually don't have to use that, but this last month I definitely did. So 150 plus the 182.40. It's gonna give me 332.40. And remaining, so this month we won't be saving any money except the taxes out of the YouTube paycheck. I told my friends I'm living like a broke bitch this month. So that's what it feels like. I'm so used to saving so much money, like not being able to do that really sucks, but that's the reality sometimes. And if you guys miss the October budget with me, basically my checks are going to be, or my income this month is going to be about $650 short, which is why I can't save money this month. Okay, so for variable expenses, the only thing I have is the budget. There's no due date because it goes the whole 2 weeks. And then that amount is going to be $407.50. And then we'll do the unbudgeted category. Go ahead and do the total is $407.50. So my only goal this month, honestly, is just to not overspend between my fixed expenses and variable expenses, to just make sure that I can at least break even. If I at the end of the month can save at least $100, I would be happy. Like if I can't save anything, I'm gonna be freaking pissed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Okay, so even though I'm not projecting to save any money, I like for all of my budgets to look the same. So we're still going to go ahead and write it in. And because I'm not projecting to save anything, I'm just going to write unbudgeted. Total is 0. Then the remaining is still 320.71. So let's go ahead and do the projected and actual at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thank God for my little small YouTube check. Like, that definitely saved me this month. Otherwise, I wouldn't have earned enough money to cover everything. And I would have had to try to like drastically reduce, not drastically, I mean by a couple $100, reduce my variable spending to make sure that I would be good. Minus variable. Minus savings. So down here, because I do pay for 99.999% of everything with my credit card, this down here is reconciling my checking account. So I always start my checking account at $4,000 at the beginning of every budget. So at the end of every budget, whatever's in excess, I send off to savings. So I already did that. Even though the videos are coming out backwards, I've already cleared everything out. And I just like to do that because I just feel like if I have 2 to 3 times my monthly expenses as a buffer in my checking account, if or when things get hard and low, I have to basically burn through 2 months worth of expenses out of my buffer before I get to my $3,000 mini emergency fund, before I get to my 6 months worth of my true emergency fund. So it's just an extra little buffer for just in case. You just never know nowadays. So the total balance after adding my income is $5,060.61. We're going to subtract the fixed expenses of $332.40, then the variable expenses of $407.50. There is no savings. And this is just kind of like giving me, I just like to do projected things. That's why I do my monthly paycheck to paycheck overview, trying to see, okay, like what should the month kind of look like? And then even when we're doing the budget, once I get paid, I still like to kind of project like, okay, my checking account shouldn't be under this as long as I stay under budget up here, mainly for the budgeted expenses. So what I'm projecting is that my checking account should be no less than $4,320.71 after this 2-week budget. And that's that. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave them down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.